Hello everyone and welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle and I'm so glad that you're here with me today. If you are new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. And if you're watching this on the replay, know that you are guaranteed just as fun and healing a time as if you were here live. If you would like to join me live or learn more about my online Reiki classes, my community Discord, crystal shop, or any of my social media, go ahead and check out that description below. It has all the information. I am here 5 times a week, same days, same times, so you can make some simple healing from wherever you happen to be a part of your week. If you're here live with me today, yay, go ahead and click that live chat button and feel free to make any requests for healing that you might be working with right now. It can be something general, it can be something specific. The first half an hour, I will work to build a crystal grid based on the request of everyone that's here. After that, we will transition into a brief explanation of Reiki, and then I will turn up the music, turn down the light, and send Reiki to you whenever and wherever you happen to be. Thank you so much for being here, and let's get right into it. You can request healing, like I said, generally or specifically. You can also request specific stones or let me custom select them for you. So I see a lot of us are here today. Susan, future someone, let's see, yeah, Susan, future someone, Vincent, Cora Carr, Karen, and let's see, window's already filled up. Yeah, Cora Carr, Karen, and Katrina. Hi, welcome in. Okay, good. We've got some requests already. Let's go ahead and start building this grid. I'm just going to bring up the screen. Okay, good stuff. So let's go ahead. And we'll start by putting out some copper. That usually helps to break up any energy blockages and get the optimal flow of energy going. Let's see what we got here. Let's go ahead and use the copper spiral. Love it there. Okay, good stuff. So we've got healing from back surgery. Ooh, all the best to you. Orthopedic surgery is no joke. Oh, let's see. We've got some other intentions in here. Oh, you like the music? Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Awesome. Yeah, the information about the artist is in the description. I purchased all of the music from her. She also has her own YouTube channel, so you can listen to all of the stuff that she creates. So all of that info is in the description. She's awesome. I love that I can purchase music from another content creator. It's just the best. So let's see, we've got healing from back surgery. We've got literary agent, decrease in irritability and anxiety, specific stones, continued healing and clarity, new positive, nice positive energy. Okay, good stuff. So let's dive in. So we've got the copper here. We've got the request for jade, and the jade that I have is like a large slab. So let me grab that. Jade is excellent for good fortune, bringing in wealth and abundance, luck in relationships as far as the people you meet, the business relationships that you have. It's a general good prosperity stone, and it's sacred in China for so many reasons. Jade comes in a lot of different colors, and this particular jade is like a dark green. And so I'm going to go ahead and put our copper right above it because, my goodness, doesn't that just set off the copper perfectly? Weight loss, blood pressure, immune system, you got it. Okay, good stuff. So let's see. For bringing in the literary agent for Greg, something popped into mind earlier today, so I'm so glad you're here, that Chrysocola could help with that. This has a lot to do with making decisions that are in alignment with your highest good, but also encourages you to follow your spiritual purpose, connecting with the people, places, and things that are going to keep you on your spiritual path and help you to optimize it. And isn't it just like this beautiful color? It looks similar to copper patina because it's actually found very close to copper. So it's in that same realm of colors. So Chrysocola, great for following your dreams, great for empowering you to make decisions in alignment with that. And that includes making decisions about who to work with. So yeah, Chrysocola, I'm so glad that you're here. I hope you're doing better. And let's see, sort of the Howlite came in for the rest of your request, which was sort of like along the lines of frustration. Yeah, irritability and anxiety. Howlite, absolutely. Maybe I'll do a short on it or a small video on it. The astrology of right now is absolutely bonkers. You probably feel it if you are here, but it is essentially a lot of very heavy chaotic energy, very Uranus and Mars are in Taurus. They're kind of, it's basically those planets are of chaos and getting in alignment with our soul's kind of purpose, burning things down that are in the way. And the North Node has to do with, think of it as our spiritual North Star, guiding us to where we need to go. But it's a global impact. It's everybody. So yeah, the more Taurus settings you have, the more Scorpio settings you have, the more this might hit. This is also, and I'm a Taurus moon, so I know that. But there's this has not happened in 2,500 years. This particular kind of everybody in Taurus kind of squaring off, like the chaos planets. So that could be a lot of natural disastery things, weather being extra tense, and just in general, us kind of having our own internal revolution. And even on an external level, there will probably be revolutions somewhere in the world in the next couple of weeks. So possibly more than one. So just sort of know that kind of frustration, like I want to leave stuff behind and embrace the new. Don't be surprised if that shows up for you. Howlite is a great stone to help ground that energy, whether it's anger, resentment, frustration. Those are difficult emotions. They can be really destructive or they can be really constructive. They can help break down things that are in our way. They're so deeply uncomfortable that we'd rather do things that we wouldn't normally do to get to the other side of it. Sometimes anger, frustration, and those kinds of feelings can help us make changes and push through our own internal and even external blockages. So we're going to go ahead and bring in these beautiful pieces of Howlite. Let's do this. Yeah, Howlite's a good one. Howlite's a good one for that. Rainbow, Moonstone, Black Tourmaline. Rainbow Moonstone is intuition and connection with the divine feminine and all that it really embodies. It's this sense of opening and expanding to what we are able to hear in the universe. So on that deep cosmic level of intuition, excellent for mediumship, tarot reading, any kind of divination or expansive awareness. Rainbow Moonstone. It's actually white labradorite. And standard Moonstone is very similar, but it's just a little bit more earthy and a little bit deeper. This also goes into the cycles of Earth, from the moon controlling the tides and how that's cyclical, and there is a method to that. It happens on a particular schedule and basis. It's a cycle that has a set schedule, if you would. This is one that is very aligned with the High Priestess Tarot card. This deep wisdom. It's not just about pulling down an answer. It's about just sort of feeling and knowing and being guided by ancient wisdom, taking lots of knowledge in and following those patterns and rhythms of nature and of time. It's also a great stone of working with perfect timing. Okay. Black Tourmaline helps to repel negative energy. This stone can, especially for folks who are empathic, or if you're just prone to be impacted by the energy of others. I mean, everyone is to a point, but especially if you're very prone to it, this can be a wonderful stone to kind of give you some peace and give you a break for a little bit. I have been known to sew this into curtains. Definitely helps with good neighborly relations. Also works for electromagnetic resonance. So if you're somebody who finds that sitting around a lot of electronic equipment makes you feel kind of drained or heavy, or even like a little nauseous or dizzy, this can be really helpful. It's a very affordable and very accessible stone, and you can find lots of great jewelry made of it. So there's that. Dana, good to see you. Dana, it's wonderful to see you. Okay, so let's see. Just taking a peek at the requests. All right, just brainstorming over here for everybody. All right, so let's start a few more. So celestite is one that can help with pain, like physical pain, but like any manifestation of physical pain. So this can help with recent surgery and things, although there's some other stones I want to add in for that. Also aids with discerning thoughts from fears, and in this astrological environment, especially when we can kind of pick up on something feels a little off, but we're not quite sure what, we can be prone to feeling just sort of on edge and anxious. So this can help us to discern, are we feeling that, or is that just sort of our sense of fear running away with itself? Also great for connection with higher wisdom and guidance and clarity. So I know that hits a lot of the requests. Celestite's one that we use here a lot, deeply aligned with the angelic realm and with the help of angels. Angels, in my understanding, are, it's a good way to put it. Angels are very much secular in my experience. They don't necessarily come from just one religion. Actually, the same main angels show up in Judaism, Christianity, and the Islamic faith as well, doing the same things. But we see them in many ancient world faiths as well. So celestite there. Iolite aids with weight loss and money managing. And we've been using this quite a bit lately. It's been one that we've, as a group, been working with almost every session for the last few weeks. Sometimes we work with a stone and it's like, that's just totally vibing where we're at. Yeah, absolutely helps with bigger vision about money management, not just calling on money, but how to best allocate the funds and resources that you do have. So it helps with that. But yeah, absolutely excellent for weight loss as well, if that's your goal. Awesome, let's support that. I also saw some request for immune boost and for just calm in general. Decisions and accepting change. Accepting change is going to be the flavor of the next couple of weeks. If it's not already on your doorstep, it will be soon. But yeah, definitely, it's thought to be an immune booster. It's also good for accepting change, making decisions. And it's Mookite. Also goes by Australia Jasper. I'm gonna bring in a couple big pieces of that. Go. Let's see. The stone for weight loss, Iolite. I-O-L-I, here, I-O. I just typed it into the chat window. I-O-L-I-T-E. It's also a wonderful stone for those of us who are intuitive or sensitive, where it can kind of mess with our sleep cycles a bit. That can be a good one if you're, having like a lot of dreams, or if you're just doing really intuitive stuff and then you find it difficult to go to sleep or stay asleep. Iolite can really help balance that, as can labradorite. So it's good to know about for those things. Carnelian and rhodonite. Aw, I love all the love in the chat. Oh, and thank you, Katrina. I love explaining the stones. I'm glad you enjoy it too. So let's see, Carnelian and rhodonite. Absolutely. So Carnelian aids in relationships. This is one of those stones that when people ask me, what stone should I use for my Reiki practice? And I'm like, there's not a bad stone, but here's some stones that do multiple different things. And they're a good place to start, with minimal stones to a really potent collection that can be helpful. Carnelian is one of the stones I recommend most. It can help any kind of relationship, not just romantic, but even in a workplace or a family. It helps people to hear one another and where they're coming from, which can really help calm nerves and allow people to work together optimally. It's also really great for things like allergies and asthma, and even cold, which can be really great. I know a lot of us are struggling with asthma right now. Also for kind of apathy and laziness, like if you're in that kind of a rut where you're having troubles, you're struggling with motivation, this can be a great stone to work with as well. I just think it looks so beautiful next to the Chrysocola. Grace, good to see you. Rhodonite it's an excellent breakup or unrequited love stone. Those are really difficult emotions to deal with. It does help support you in the heart center. It can help support you dealing with any kind of insecurities, like things that have come even from emotional abuse, like self-tapes of belittling, things that anytime someone has been emotionally abused to the point where they've internalized it and they have a difficult time seeing themselves as worthy or anything other than small and insignificant, this can be one that can help you to slowly start to heal those kinds of elements and feel more worthy of love in your life. So this can be a wonderful stone. But yeah, it's also great for folks who have been through a breakup recently or have had even grief. Like actually my necklace is made of rhodonite, and it's a crematory jewelry. It's my cat's ashes. So it was the one that kind of reached out to me the most. I love rhodonite too, Grace. Such an awesome stone. Can also aid in emotional eating sometimes. Depends on what's going on behind the scenes of that. Rose quartz and amethyst, absolutely. And I'm gonna tick back up and see some of the other requests that I've passed. Amethyst and rose quartz. Rose quartz is a very strong and potent stone to support the heart chakra, unconditional love, and inviting in our heart and expanding our experience to hold that unconditional love in our heart. Amethyst aids in, and it's another stone that does so many things so well. It can be a wonderful stone, seeing what else we have on this grid. It comes out to me as a very 12-step friendly stone, and it's often thought of as that. This is one that helps with taking responsibility for yourself and not extending your sense of responsibility to that of others. So it can be excellent for those just learning boundaries or just learning to even navigate where they end and begin with others. So it can be great for that. So I'm going to go ahead and put these here. That looks great. And let's see. Citrine, Bloodstone, Black Obsidian, which I believe I have right here. Black Obsidian, Moss Agate, Smoky Quartz, there we go. Okay. Citrine helps with manifesting, calling in money, but in a bigger sense, resources. A great gift for a new business owner, someone starting off on a new venture, or looking to put money towards a specific goal. It's great for you if you're looking to call in an abundance of resources, trying to get savings up off onto the right foot. It's very closely related to amethyst. In fact, at one time, naturally, it was amethyst. And over time, a lot of time and a lot of heat deep underground, it turned this orange color and became citrine. This is natural citrine. Much of the citrine that you'll see now is kind of like a bright yellow color. Oftentimes, that's actually been changed by heating it up in an oven. And that's just sort of one of the things that's happening in the crystal world right now. By no means are those, bad stones, but they're just not really what they've been changed into, in a sense. But yeah, so this is citrine. This will help call in financial abundance and resources. If you want to add it to the money corner of your home, you can add it to the back left corner from the doorway. You can also do that in a business. You can put it wherever you put your money, like put a small piece in your wallet or wherever money comes into, and that can help to sort of invite more financial abundance. I often put like a little piece in with like my checkbooks and things like that. Black obsidian helps with nervous energy, very protective, and it helps us to process grief and trauma in a very deep and powerful way. Obsidian is one of the most mystical stones worldwide. It is still used in surgery. It's still used in eye surgery. And until the 1980s, it wasn't even possible to make steel sharper and more precise than it was obsidian. So it's a deeply magical tool. It's one that you can use to work with your protective guides. It's one that you can also use to help you to process grief in a big way. Whether that's grief over a past loved one, like it's excellent for that, but it's also good for the grief that we have over leaving something behind, moving forward in a different direction. Grieving our old life before something transitions to something else can be helpful for that as well. It's a form of volcanic glass that's just naturally occurring. Bloodstone or heliotrope helps us to deeply, deeply heal the heart, especially when it feels like the rug has been pulled out from under us. It is so supportive and such a good teacher in times of tumult that it helps to heal and ground the root chakra while also healing the heart. So if you have an emotional hit to your being that just feels like you can't even make heads or tails of it, this is one to go for. Again, it's bloodstone, which also goes by the name heliotrope. It's deep green with some flecks of red jasper in it, or what looks like red jasper in it, flecks of red in it. So we're going to go ahead and put some here and here. Smoky Quartz helps to calm worry, move energy blocks, and it's deeply protective as well. It's another one that's very heavily linked to things like Reiki because it does help facilitate that movement of energy. This is a stone that if you use it to help you clear the energy of a space, it actually does the work of changing that energy into something else, something more positive. It doesn't just simply move it on or repel it, it actually transforms it. And so for that reason, it's one that you want to keep clear. So let's go ahead and put some here, 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 here. I have lots of smoky quartz around. Let's see. Also put some here and here. Moss agate is excellent for a lot of things. It helps to move energy through the energy meridians in the body. It also helps to overcome a lot of things in regards to physical healing. This is one that can help with bacterial infections, or so it is thought. It's one that can help clear the energy channels within the body, and it's one that can just help the whole body to start to move energy, and it's even thought lymphatic fluid and things like that, getting them moving through the body so that the body's cycles can take over and function more just sort of function much better on a high level. So it takes the energy and it sort of optimizes the flow, for lack of a better explanation. It's wonderful for all systems of the body. Excellent for any kind of illness, any kind of recovery, including recovery from surgery. But especially if you're clearing of an infection of any kind, this is thought to help like move all of that, the dead tissue and dead cells throughout the body so that they can be kind of purged. And let's see, put some also on top of these guys. Let's see what else we may have skipped. Digestion, by the way, Black Obsidian is excellent for digestion. Prosperity, certainly Citrine, but on a deeper level, Jade. Absolutely Jade. Removing blockages, Smoky Quartz, and Copper. And yeah, definitely weight loss, the Iolite. Karen, continued healing for self-love and clarity, healing for your son, protection for you and your loved ones. Definitely the Smoky and the Obsidian, but as you mentioned that, I just got this picture in my mind of Tiger Eye. Tiger Eye allows not only protection, but also perspective, in that it gives us this ability to kind of see all the different moving pieces and what's going on, which can help us to make the best of whatever the situation happens to be. I also feel like the clarity, definitely I had that in mind when I was picking up the Celestite. And let's see, healing for you and your son. Rhodonite was what popped into my mind, and then someone requested it. So I got all this stuff for Karen. Positive, nice energy. Black Tourmaline for sure. Smoky Quartz too. Okay, so it looks like we got everything, and there's one more I wanted to add. Amazonite. For the request of the back surgery, this one has a lot to do with the spine, neuro issues, nerves, and all of that in general. Amazonite is another one that has so many different duties. It's also one that's great for self-respect, those who provide care. So it's a great gift for a nurse, anyone who works in hospice, anyone who is a caregiver. It's also great for helping fill in the cracks of a broken heart, especially when there's grief. It's thought to be lucky in terms of like luck in winning, so like games of chance and things like that. I don't gamble, maybe you do, but it's thought to be lucky in that regard. So there were definitely some wishes around financial gains, so I'm gonna include that with these. And I'm gonna go ahead and add these. Yeah, this is one that I use a lot for folks requesting help with nerve stuff, as far as like spine and even more importantly brain. So it's really good for the nerves there, but it's thought to have a lot to do with the spine. Okay, great. Wonderful. Oh, I love this. This is very earthy, well-balanced grid, and thank you all so much for being a part of the building. As we often talk about here, the grid helps showcase a lot of what's involved. Yes, the darker the better with Smoky Quartz for sure. Heart healing, love, peace of mind. Oh, beautiful, Grace. When we come together around the same intention, the Chinese medicine theory of communal qi is at play. The more people come together with the same or similar intention, the greater the energy potential is magnified. So all of you being here, chatting amongst yourselves, encouraging each other. Samantha, welcome in. The more that all of you are welcoming each other and cheering each other on and comforting one another, in addition to all of us coming together to put together this grid, this creates a really potent healing magic. And it's because all of you are here together, and we're all, whether you're watching this in the future, hello from the past, or whether you're here and just sort of hanging out in the wings, just being here, but especially making any requests, really helps like amplify the energy potential to all of us. So thank you for being a part of it. I'm going to go ahead and take a quick moment to think about a couple of other stones that might be good additions to the grid. You all are going to vote on it, and I never know how that's going to go. And I'll briefly explain what Reiki is while everyone casts their votes, and then we're going to get into the healing. So chat amongst yourselves for a moment. I'm just going to go ahead and pick a couple of stones. Gotcha. Healing for your dog, Mom. Black obsidian is excellent for healing with pets, and that's here and here. And however, it needs to flow for your home situation. I'll think about that as I pick these other ones too. Already we have some votes. So the first one that jumped right into my hand was Malachite. Given the astrology and what all is going on, this is one that's going to help us to shake anything out of our heart center that's in our way, that's preventing us from aligning with our greater purpose and with what we really truly deserve. This can be, sometimes folks look at this as a difficult stone to work with, but I look at it as if it's the time where things are going to be a little tumultuous to let go of things that no longer serve, we might as well use these kinds of stones to really help clear the way for us to make the best of it. So this can help us to support our hearts as we move through ever-evolving change so that we can invite in what's ultimately best for our highest good and our heart center, what we truly deserve. And to go along with the request for moss agate, another one that I work with alongside that, and I see them as working really well together, is that of tree agate, which looks very similar a lot of times. So tree agate, where moss agate can be translucent and you can kind of see through it, this is not. This is sort of white and green, but still with these kind of inclusions of green going through it. You can see why they call it tree agate. It kind of looks like roots going through. Tree agate is one that's sacred to Ayurveda. It's thought to help balance, harmonize, and clear the energy pathways within the body, which are called nadis in the Ayurvedic system. Nadis, the closest analogy I can make to those is meridians. And meridians are the rivers of light that we see in Chinese medicine. It is along those pathways that energy moves, and along those pathways is where we find acupuncture and acupressure points. So this is thought to harmonize all of the different energy channels in the body so energy moves optimally, so you can see how they kind of complement. So go ahead and vote on which of those two you might like. You can vote more than once, we'll leave it at that. And I'm just going to take a moment to explain what Reiki is and a little of what you can expect if you're new here. And when I come back, we'll start our session. So again, thank you so much for being here. As I mentioned at the top of the hour, I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. If you want to learn more about my online Reiki classes, social media, Discord, or Crystal Shop, all of that info is in the description below, along with my regular days and times for the live stream. So Reiki, the Reiki that I practice is known as Usui Reiki, and it comes from Japan. And it's built upon the Shinto principles that everyone is interconnected. Everyone has soul energy, everyone has a soul, and there are certain energies that link us all together. that we are interlaced and interconnected in a deep way. One of these energies, called Reiki, translates to spiritually guided life energy or soul energy. This type of energy is not mine nor yours. It belongs to everyone. It flows through everyone and everything in the universe. This particular frequency, if you want to call it that, of energy, helps to support healing in the biggest, broadest sense. On a smaller sense, it can support us physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, any way that we really in particular need. One session to the next can feel vastly different. Even if you watch the stream more than once, you may have sort of similarities, but they'll be different based upon what you need today. And the reason is our body, mind, and spirit automatically know how to work with this energy. So as essentially I connect with that energy, what I'll be doing is sending more of it to you. Your body, mind, and spirit will then notice that and pick that energy up and use it to the best, highest good to support you with your unique needs in this moment, and also in support of any intentions you share with the universe. If you didn't share any intentions with me aloud live, bring them to mind at any point. Just think of them and let them go, and the universe will hear it. As our body, mind, and spirit utilize this energy to your best good, it can be, say, filling in some gaps where you're a little depleted, or help inviting some energy we've been holding on to for a while to let go and make room for something else to come in. Your experience might be something that you feel in your physical body. It may show up as feelings coming up. Emotions may tend to be expressed or felt, and you may get some intuition, spiritual guidance. Even your innermost self might have some messages for you. Could be all of the above, some of the above, or even just a really comfortable nap. Whatever it is for you, I invite you to simply take a deep breath, relax, and enjoy. You don't need to focus on anything during the session. You don't need to keep your eyes open. You don't need to silence your mind, although you can do any of those things if you would like to. Really, this time is just about relax, enjoy, and allow the flow to kind of happen. I encourage you to sit up or lay down any way that feels comfortable for you. Cover your eyes if you need to, and I will turn up the music and I will turn down the lights. The lights will very gently and slowly move through several different colors atop the crystals. At no point will they be flashing or strobing, so you're good there. And at the end of the 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice come back in, and I'll invite you to take a deep breath in and out, slowly coming back to the space that you're in. Take a few deep breaths, wiggle your fingers and toes, and if you'd like, come on back to the space online here. Feel free to ask any questions, share any experiences before we go. If you're watching this in the future, hello from the past, know that this energy that is interconnected through all of us that I'm sharing with everyone, just as you don't need to be in the same room as me because, we're all interconnected and all already plugged into this energy. It also doesn't matter when you are. So you can experience a beautiful healing session wherever and whenever you happen to be in relation to me. If you would have any questions or anything to share about your session outside of the live taping of this, go ahead and use the comments below or connect with me through social media and go ahead and ask, and I'll do my best to support you. So let's go ahead and transition over to the sending of the Reiki and see which of our beautiful elements won the vote. So let's see. So what do we have here? Oh, it's both. It's never both. It's always both. Almost always both. So got some beautiful malachites here. Let's see. Do some malachite here. right there. Do some tree agate here. And we'll do some tree agate here with this beautiful heart piece. Oops, it's a little hard to see. Maybe. At least then we can see a little bit of it. Okay. So go ahead, get nice and cozy, lay down, sit up, move around all you need to. If you need to stretch, move, or bend, go right ahead. I'll be sending for 25 minutes, which will bring us to about a quarter after. So just know that now. I don't want anyone to be late for anything. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm going to go ahead and turn up the music, turn down the lights, and send to you. Thank you so much for this opportunity to share Reiki with you all. Have a beautiful session, and I will see you shortly. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out, allowing your body to slowly come back. Gently move your fingers and toes. Thank you so much for being here with me today. And if you have any questions, please feel free to go ahead and enter them in the chat. As a reminder, tomorrow, Thursday, I'm here at 8 a.m. Fridays, I'm here 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. And Sundays, 8 p.m. You're so welcome, Grace. Such a pleasure to share. Thank you, Susan. The same to you. Enjoy your day. Wonderful to see you, and send Greg my regards. You're so welcome, Vincent. Everyone, thank you so, so much. Oh, Samantha, same to you. So many blessings to you. Okay, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to end the stream here. Just a few more moments to allow you to ask any questions. As a reminder, Reiki classes, online Reiki classes are up. New dates through the end of the year are available on my website, learnreikiphiladelphia.com. And all kinds of information about me, social media, and all that good stuff is in the description below. Awesome. Thank you so much once again, everyone. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you again very, very soon. Bye for now.